Mike brought out some things about the canals. We're living in a Venice out here in Wellington. We're waterways, we're floodplains, we're wetlands. The federal government has a plan in which they're expanding. South Florida Water Management District manages our water, and so I'd like to introduce Loraine Mayers, who will be introducing the Bureau Chief, Pam Wade, and you can share the role of South Florida Water Management District and what's going on.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting us to participate in your first workshop. My name is Loraine Mayers, as I was introduced, and I am one of our community outreach representatives for the South Florida Water Management District. Not knowing that this was going to be a formal or informal workshop, I do not have a PowerPoint, so I'm going to briefly explain to you, for those of you who are not familiar with the South Florida Water Management District, there are 5 water management districts in the state of Florida. We are the largest of the 5. We cover from the Kissimmee chain of lakes all the way down to the Florida Keys. And our primary responsibility is for managing our natural resources and protecting our water here in South Florida. With that, there are 4 areas of responsibilities. Water quality, as you mentioned, Mr. Odell. Water supply. I'm sorry. To the left? I'm sorry.
If you come all the way around the table.
Are you talking to me or to
You,
her?
the light behind you is just blacking you out.
Okay, rewind. As I was saying, there are 4 areas of responsibilities that we are charged with. Water quality. You still want me to come around?
Yeah, that's better. Thanks. There you go.
Do I need to rewind from the beginning?
I could hear you, we just couldn't see you.
Okay,
Thank
sorry.
You. Sorry, I apologize.
All right, rewind, repeat. As I said, there are 4 areas of responsibility: water quality, water supply, flood control, and natural systems restoration. And a lot of that is often referred to as Everglades restoration. Within our area of responsibility, from the Kissimmee chain of lakes all the way down to the Florida Keys, that encompasses 16 counties. So you can see there's a whole large area that we're responsible for. I have with me today Ms. Pam Wade, who is our Regulation Bureau Chief, and she's going to talk a little bit about her role and what her bureau does in her area of responsibility. But just to give you a brief overview, if, for example, you were to do any modifications to any existing property and you would need a permit, you would then contact and you can go through her bureau. And because the agency is very concerned about good quality customer service, one of the things that we have implemented is e-permitting. So instead of going to our headquarters in West Palm Beach, you can just do everything electronically, and she will talk a little bit about that. One of the other things Mr. Odell mentioned was the canals and the water conservation area. Those are all acronyms that we're familiar with, WCA, C51. But I just want to point out that I did bring some further information here for you to give you a better oversight of our agency. There's a pamphlet on the table on who we are and what we do, and our mission, as I mentioned before, is to protect and manage our natural water resources here in the state, in the southern part. There's also an updated splash sheet that talks about Everglades restoration and the progress we've made. There's also another below the surface brochure that talks about managing water, flood water, and it also talks about the different drainage canals. We are the primary canal system. And also, because whenever we talk about water quality, water supply, we always talk about water conservation. I think that's paramount. Most of you are aware that April is Water Conservation Month. We do have an upcoming expo at our headquarters, and I do have some save-the-date brochures there for you. It's our Water Conservation Expo and Vendor Fair. I will encourage all of you to participate either as a vendor or just to come and see. And that is scheduled for April the 12th, and it's from 8:30 to 5:30 at our headquarters. Again, there's some flyers on the table for you to pick up, and you can go online and register with that. So going further, I'd like to introduce again Ms. Pam Wade, who is our Bureau Chief for Everglades Regulation, and she'll talk a little bit more about e-permitting and what it is that's required. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to come today and describe to you what it is that we do. That was a nice overview that Loraine gave. I'm going to zoom in on what the district, the area that we have that deals the most with the public is our regulation division. And the regulation division is responsible for enforcing the laws that affect the area when it comes to drainage and water quality, as well as wetland protection. So within the regulation division, we have several units. We've got the Environmental Resource Permitting Unit. They're responsible for permitting any development that affects drainage, stormwater drainage. They also look at preserving wetland resources. So when they're reviewing those permit applications, they're ensuring that any project that is developed in any areas within our district are meeting the requirements of the law with regard to stormwater, flood protection, and wetlands protection. We also have a unit that's responsible for consumptive use, and that would be any use that would be withdrawing water from the ground or even surface water for consumptive use. That would be irrigation. They also get involved in conservation. So that would be another area that regulation is responsible for. And then water quality, as Loraine mentioned, we also have a unit, and Mr. Odell mentioned BMPs, or best management practices. That unit is involved with water quality and having landowners and operators implement practices that will improve the water quality and the discharges off of their properties. So anytime there's a development, the public would be involved in pretty much each of those units with three separate permits to ensure that they're doing all of the things that are required by law to protect the environment, to conserve water, and to control flooding and drainage. Another area that we have is our compliance area. The public deals with them quite a bit when it comes to complaints for flooding, or if they see something like a fish kill that may be related to water quality, that would be the group that would respond to those things. So e-permitting that Loraine mentioned is the system that we have to be able to do all of that permitting electronically. You don't have to come to the office anymore and submit hard copy paperwork to get a permit. You can actually apply online. So those are the things that we do within the regulation division that deals the most with the public. And if you have any questions regarding that, I'll be hanging around. I have cards that I can provide to you and be willing to answer any questions that you might have. It's also the area where we get involved with Everglades restoration. As Mike mentioned, the STAs, the stormwater treatment areas, just west of Wellington, and having redirected the water to those areas to improve water quality. That's an area where our best management practice groups deals with the public. So with that.